Yeah.
Hello? Sorry, I've been speaking. Thank you. I've been speaking like for the past um 5 minutes. I'm sorry. Yeah, so that's why someone should let me know. And there's echo. Hello? Sorry, I was speaking for the past 5 minutes. Okay, how about now? It's all good? Yeah, so everyone please, all audio off. Okay, good. Sorry. So okay, let me just do this again. So I went to Blackboard and I put in a couple of tabs there, your lecturers. Okay, so that's me and Dr. Chirove. Okay, so the best way really to contact us is via email. Okay, so we respond better than that because if you go to the office, most likely we're not there. Okay, unless you really want the face-to-face consultation, then you'll have to let us know and we can set up something. Okay, so for the module overview, well, introduction, okay, so this is a little introduction of the differential equations. And here, there's no marked breakdown, but you can see that in the course outline. Okay, it's not here yet, but it's in the course outline. In particular, there will be two tests, test one, test two, both 35% each. Okay, and quizzes. Okay, quizzes will be in web work. Okay, and it's gonna weigh 30%. All right. Okay, so as I told you, the everything is in the course outline. Let me just open that. Okay. Let me see if you can see the course outline. Because it's still not appearing in my other device. I can see it in one. All right, so if you look at the course outline, I think it's lagging. Can anyone tell me if you can see course outline? All right, so I think it's Blackboard, it's lagging, but I can share it just now. Okay, so while I'm sharing this course outline, so that's web work for quizzes. Okay, I'm not sure if you used web work in, no, you can't see anything because I unshared. Okay, so I'm gonna share something again. So I don't know if you know web work, okay, but that's where our quizzes will be. Okay. and Dr. Chirove will explain to you at some point. Okay, so it's not Blackboard. I don't know what you were using in APM. There's too much echo.
We used Webwork before. Everyone
Echo from
else
my
would
side,
turn their audio off.
right? Sorry, no, not this one. Share application. There are topics that under that's two. There are topics that under test two. We haven't decided yet. The topics are in the outline. So I don't know what test two you're talking about, but let me just share the outline first. Okay. I hope it's showing. Yeah, so it's showing now. Okay, so always keep this link for Blackboard. Okay, so for the moment it's 215 now, and that's a lot, which means that I can't accommodate you in Teams or Zoom. So if it keeps this way, then it's Blackboard. But I'm telling you, usually the attendance drops, which is not um, doesn't make me happy. But let's see how things go. All right. So take note as well. Diarize this already. The dates for the semester tests: March 29, which is a Monday, okay, and May 15, which is for the Monday, it's gonna be the lecture slot. Okay, and for Saturday slot, let me go over that again next in a couple of days because I couldn't find the time. Okay, but surely there's a time for this. But Monday there's no clash definitely because that's our lecture session. Okay. Although yeah, I think there's one in February that has like a clash, but there's the lecturer sorted that out. Okay, so SIG tests usually is a week after the usual test. Okay, and is the computation of your semester mark. Okay, so it's the semester tests, which will be online. Okay, so what you do in Blackboard. Okay, and the other one will be 30% is quizzes. Okay, so quizzes will be in Blackboard. Okay, usually we do it just before a week before the test. Okay, maybe there would be two quizzes before. Sorry, not before the test. It will be two quizzes before a semester test. Okay. So maybe half of the topic for um, semester test one will be in quiz one, the other half in quiz two, and so on. So we're guessing around four to six quizzes, okay, because there's still time, okay, after semester test two before the exam, so we can still administer some quizzes in between that time, okay. And you already know what the what the what do you call this? The mark should be for you to take the exam. It's 40% for this FPM. Okay, but the 40% is just for being admitted to the exam. To pass the course, it should be 50%. It's 50% of the exam mark and 50% of the final period mark. Okay, so I'm telling you that. Okay, I'm telling you that the exam mark, okay, is half already. Okay, so it really holds like a lot of weight because this FPM is quizzes, tests, and all. But if you really do well in the exam, then I'm telling you that it really will help you pull up the marks. Okay. Now for the tutorials, we don't, the tutorials will be assigned soon and we don't have tutorial for this week. Okay, so usually the online lectures will be Monday, okay, and or Friday, okay, because quizzes and tests, okay, will be on those days, okay. For Friday, I believe, hold on. Hold on, guys. For Friday, the slot that's allotted is shouldn't also be a conflict. It's from 2:30 to 2. Hold on, guys. 15. Yeah, 2:40 to 4:20 p.m. Okay, so if there's any conflict, let me know because there shouldn't be. Okay, so let me just write that here in the chat. Okay, so Mondays this time 12:10, okay, to 1:50 p.m. and Fridays, okay, Fridays from from 2:40 to 4:20. Okay, so those are really important times because they're most of the tests and quizzes. Most of the quizzes will be on these times to 4:20. Okay. All right. Okay, so that's for tutorials, and then for the book, the ebook. Okay, I'm quite sure. Okay, I'm quite sure that this book is in MIE. Okay. Yes, who has a question? Okay, if you have a question, you can use the audio.
What about the Wednesday
2170.
class in
So
the
I told you
morning?
if you sign in, just put in your surname and student number, a particular surname. So if I call you, you can, So if I call you, so no, Fridays, this is tutorial time. So the Friday time I'm telling you is allocated to tutorial time. Okay, but we'll use it for quizzes or tests, and the tutorial time will depend on the tutors. Okay, and your agreement with the tutor. Okay, because this time there won't be any WhatsApp group. There will be, I believe, like an MEC in Blackboard. Sorry, can I just ask those who raise their hands? Okay, what's my view on the difficulty of the module? I think it's easy if you um, if you follow the lectures. I mean, the lecture notes, they'll all be uploaded, and if you do the tutorials and the sample tests. But the thing is, you can't do it on your own. Okay. What about the Wednesday class on the timetable? No, so this one we could use for the tutorials. The thing is, we were using this double periods for lectures, okay, because it's the same time for everyone. Mie, I think it's this one, MIE. Yeah, it's ebooks. Right. No, so for this one, I'm just announcing it for today yet because I'm waiting for the tutors, and once we finalize that, then I'll announce again the final schedule. Okay, all right. So that's the ebook. Well, it's not an ebook, but there is a soft copy that the university what? Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna share it again. You know what? If it's not there yet, then it should be in the library. Even if it's not the 11th edition, any edition will do. Okay, there's like 11 editions of this book, and any edition will do. Where can we find soft copies? Okay, well, I can't tell you where to find soft copies, but if you're if you Google, maybe there will be something available online. Okay. So I can't tell you where to find it illegally, but I show there's MIE in 2005. Okay, no. So the APM for Friday is the tutorial. Check your tutorial. There's an APM there. Can you check? that it says tutorial on a Friday from 2:40.
Yes, we can confirm that.
Yeah, everyone, whatever your class code is. Okay, if it's not in Mia Books, then let me verify with our with our secretary. Okay. Okay, so don't stress yet about the Fridays, but definitely Mondays it is. It is said there. Wednesday. Okay. So let me sort that out later, but definitely Mondays is consistent for everyone. Okay, so if it's Wednesdays, then it's fine. Does anyone have a Friday tutorial?
Yes.
Can you check if a Friday is appearing in your... Okay, all right, stop now. It's fine. So there's a Wednesday and a Friday. It's fine. So some have Friday, some have Wednesday. So you can stop now. I can, we'll sort this out later. Okay. Okay, let me share it again. Oh, no. Sorry. Share. Okay, so let me just finish the discussion for the outline. Okay. All right, so this is a book, and then the outline, okay, is the following. Okay, so perhaps by next week we'll know which is test one, but usually test one is from 1.1 to see. Yeah, so 1.1 to I think 5.1 or even 3.3. Right, so the first 2 or 3 weeks, okay, is essentially the test one topic. Okay, but you can see I also uploaded in the sample tests. If you go to assessments, I think I put there the sample tests. Okay, so go over Blackboard, try to play with Blackboard, okay, the tabs there, and what should I share to the group? Okay, everything here that I'm showing is in Blackboard. Okay, so I just uploaded this outline. Okay, so I showed it in the first few minutes. Okay, so now I stop sharing. Okay, yeah, so I think that's essentially it. Okay, so the lectures, the tutorials, the quizzes, okay, right, and everything is online, at least for term is semester 1. Okay, right. Okay, so before I start lecturing, okay, so someone already sent a WhatsApp group. It's APM to a WhatsApp group. So maybe among yourselves, can you decide who can be the class rep? Okay, so decide among yourselves in that WhatsApp group who can be your class rep, and then whoever it is, please communicate with me. Okay, Moloto, what's your question? Okay, Mohammed. Okay, but this is, the thing is, it's not just, it's different classes. I don't know what the capacity of Blackboard is, of what WhatsApp is, but there's around 370 or 380 of you. Okay, so it's not just engineering or 300. So I don't know if 80 is the class for engineering or what, but whoever's gonna join here because you put the link in. Okay, it's not necessarily engineering students. Okay, so it's fine if the Wi-Fi is misbehaving. It's not just you, Jay. Um, I mean, it's recorded anyway. Okay, so I'll upload this, but the problem is I don't still have tutors. Usually the tutors, what do you call this? Uh, um, use something to make the make the memory smaller. Okay, yeah. All right. So I think that's it. If there's none anymore, I can start with a quick introduction to differential equations. Okay. Any more question? Okay. So it's 238.
No, ma'am, we don't have
Meaning
any
I have
questions.
to do the lecture in Blackboard. Okay. So my
Yeah,
problem
no
with
problem.
Blackboard is at least my problem with the iPad when I'm using iPad is that I can't share screen. Let me just check now. Maybe I can share application. No, I can't. Okay, so I'll do it here in the file that I uploaded. Okay, Moloto, your hand is still up.
Oh, sorry.
Switch off
I
mic.
couldn't hear
I think
you
no one. I don't know. I
from
can't
the
hear
previous
anyone but me.
question. I don't know.
Sorry, guys. Were you asking questions? I'm sorry. You were on mute. Everyone was on mute on my side. Sorry. Okay. Whoever was asking, can you ask now? Yeah. So when you were speaking, I couldn't hear anyone because everyone was on mute on my side. Hello?
Yes, ma'am, we can hear you.
Fine. Okay. Is electricity off? Hold on. Let me just check. Okay. So some of you may have. Okay. I have load shedding now. Maybe. All right. I couldn't hear. Someone blah blah blah. Okay. So the problem here with Blackboard is that well, I'm using a device where I can't share my my file, my PDF. Okay, so I have to share it in Blackboard and I have to write on the screen. Okay, all right. So what we will do is the following. I have to write here on Blackboard, but the problem is it doesn't save. Okay, so once I have my tutors, then they usually sort this out. Okay. I don't know. Maybe it might just be you. Can some people hear me? Okay. All right. So let me just make this bigger on my side. Let me know if it's small. Oh, gosh. Yeah. So this is the problem with
It's fine, ma'am.
Blackboard. Yeah, it's okay. So let me just make this bigger on my side. So if it's not big on your side, you can adjust your screen. Okay. All right. So differential equations. Let's just go over this because it's, I mean, it's the title of the course. Okay. Okay. So differential equation. Okay. Usually it's an equation. Okay, that involves derivatives of a function. Okay. All right. So what you have here. Okay. Okay. So I think some people are leaving because yeah, well, I'm load shedding at the moment. I don't have everything one. Okay. So what you have here is a function. Okay. So a function y in terms of another variable x, say x. Okay. Okay. Or sometimes t. Okay. Usually for differential equations, we use independent variable, either x or t or whatever variable, independent variable. Okay. Okay. And the y here is your dependent variable. Okay. So you should know what a dependent and independent variable means. So a dependent variable y means that you won't know y unless you know what x is. That the input, okay, is x, the output is y. Okay, so y depends on x. Okay, and x is independent of y. Whatever x is, okay, it can be whatever it is because it doesn't depend on anything. Okay, so y does on the other hand. Okay, so what you can think of is the following. Okay, if you think of your algebra. Okay, so guys, this is the problem with Blackboard. If I erase this, okay, I'm sure you've encountered this in your other courses. Okay, so if you work, okay, on say this algebraic expression, say x squared minus 5x minus 4 equals 0. So we just recall. Okay, okay. What is the goal here in algebra? Okay, or calculus. Okay, so the goal here is to solve for the unknown. Okay, so solve for the unknown. Okay, this is your variable x. So that what? So that it satisfies the equation. Okay, so this is usually what you're used to. You know this. Okay, and I won't go back to how this is solved for because you should know that. Okay, what we do know now, what we are presented now is this type of function, a differential equation. So why is it an equation again? Because okay, there's an identity here. Okay, so this equation, y double prime plus 2y prime plus y equals 0. Okay, so it's an equation, okay, differential equation because it involves derivatives of a function. Okay, right? And this function y, in this case, it's not explicit, but it's a function in terms of a variable. In this case, I'll just call it x. Okay, so it's a function y in terms of x. Okay, so why are differential equations important? Okay, because they're used in modeling. Okay, lots of mathematical models use differential equations, and even I mean, if you're engineering, you'll encounter that at one point. Okay, so the very useful thing now that differential equations is used, if you read some papers, of course in the news, you don't know that it's differential equations that they're using, but whatever you hear in the news, you know, the disease of like COVID and all, okay, those values that they take, those numbers that they split out, okay, is because of a model that has been advised to them. Okay, so everything that you hear regarding COVID always starts with a model. Okay, and of course, you know, you have to simplify everything if you want people to understand it. Okay, all right. So the rate of change, okay, if it has something to do with rate of change, then most likely it's differential equations. Okay, right? Because the fact that there's a y prime here, okay, we know that it has something to do with rate of change. Okay, all right, so this is just the formal definition of a differential equation. It's just a derivative, it's just an equation that contains the derivatives of an unknown function. And by derivative, it's just not one derivative. It could be other derivatives like second derivative, third derivative, or so on, and so on. Okay? Everyone good with this? What a differential equation is? Okay, so we can go to the next slide. Okay, hold on. Okay, all right. Okay, all right. So now we have two types of differential equations, but only one that we focus on. Okay. So there are types of differential equations, either ODE, which is called also known as ordinary differential equations. Okay, and the other one is PDE, which is partial Yeah, the slide is uploaded in the share folder. Okay, but I'll share it again later. Okay, so partial differential equations. Okay, right. So at some point when I say DE or PDE or ODE, okay, you should already know what that means. Okay, let's close the door. Yeah, if you look at the share files folder, I did share this slide. Okay, right. So between these two, okay, let's just see the difference between these two. Okay, so when you say an ODE, okay, if it's just an ODE, it just involves the following. Let me see. Okay, if it's an ODE, okay, it involves the following. Okay, it involves one or more unknown functions with respect to a single independent variable. Okay, so for instance, I have a function y which only depends on x. Okay, right? And I talk about the differential equation. For instance, what was the one a while ago? Y double prime minus say 5y prime. Okay, minus what's this? Minus 5, for instance, equals 0. Okay. So this is an example of an ordinary differential equation because, okay, if I specify y is just in terms of x, okay, y is just in terms of one variable, okay, then everything involved in this equation, okay, just involves derivative with respect to x, okay. So it's called an ODE, right? So this first equation is fine, okay. Okay, so you have a function here, derivative with respect to x, function y in terms of x, and this one as well. Okay, so it's just a function in terms of x. Okay, in fact, this is e to the x, y to the 0. Okay, same thing here, right? Okay, so here it's good because it's using the Leibniz notation, the dy dx thing. So you know which is the independent and which is the dependent variable. Okay, right. So here you have second derivative. This is first derivative with respect to x. Okay, and this is just 6 times y to the 6 times y, which is the 0th derivative. Okay, I'll tell you later on all of this. Okay, what's y 0th derivative? Is this the same as y? Okay. Right. Now, this third equation is also ordinary differential equation. Okay. So what is the difference? Okay. The difference is here versus the first two is that in this equation, you can talk about the partial of x with respect to t. Okay. And the partial of the derivative of y with respect to t. Okay. But both of them, okay, are in terms of t. Okay, so here it involves some function x, which is in terms of t, and some function y, which is in terms of t. So it's still an ordinary differential equation because the only independent variable is t. Okay, so on the right hand side you have x and y. So here, just for simplicity, it's not written as 2x of t plus y of t. So it's understood because of the left-hand side that it's with respect to t. Then the right-hand side is in terms of functions, x and y in terms of t. Okay, so that's what we're going to focus on. These are the types of DEs that we're going to focus on, the ODEs. Okay, versus the PDEs. Okay, PDEs are partial differential equations. Okay, you've already, I'm sure you've maybe not. Okay, so for partial differential equations, okay, what you have is the following. okay, you have two or more independent variables. Okay, that's why when you're taking derivatives, the term is not derivative but partial. Okay, can I just ask if anyone has encountered partial derivatives? Okay, good. Okay, so for partial, good. Okay, so that's great because, yeah. Okay, yes. So for partial derivatives, okay, we have the following. So this is this versus f of x, y, which is maybe z. So let's say I have a function which is z. Okay, on the first one, my z, okay, is a function in terms of x. And on the second one, I have a z, which is a function in terms of x and y. So meaning in the first one, my independent variable is x. On the second case, my independent variables are x and y. Okay. Now, if we're talking about derivatives, okay, for the first one, I can talk about the derivative of z with respect to x. Okay. Right. Guys, it's not in Blackboard. It's in the chat. It's in Collaborate. The slide I uploaded in Collaborate. Okay. It's in the share file. Okay. All right. Now, versus this, okay, if I have a z in terms, as a function in terms of x and y, then the term is not derivative. Okay. Rather, I have a partial of z with respect to x and partial of z with respect to y. Okay. It's the term. It's the term that you use. Here you call it the derivative. Okay. Here you call it the partial. Is that clear? Okay. We talk about partials if your function, okay, is in terms of the two or more independent variables. Okay. And the term is derivative. Okay. So from here, I have two equations. Okay. One is a function in terms of just x. Okay. One is just a function in terms of x and y. Okay, so if it's just x, then I call it derivative of z with respect to x. If it's in terms of x and y, I call it partial. Partial of z with respect to x, partial of z with respect to y. Okay, and any equation that contains partials, okay, are called PDEs, partial differential equations. That's why it's called partial DE because it uses partial derivatives. Okay, but this one we won't. Okay, so PDEs we won't discuss here. Okay, because APM2A is really ODEs. Okay, so just focus on equations that are ODEs. Okay. All right. Let's see. I don't know if why you can't access. Let me just change the setting. Maybe join whiteboard, share. Sorry. Okay. All right. So hold on. Okay, let me just upload it to Blackboard very, very quickly. Okay, I'll upload it in the learning guide. Okay, so for the moment, it's just learning guide, but like one. Okay, so let me just quickly upload it. Okay, so it's just uploading now. Okay. Okay. All right. So that's already what we know about differential equations. Okay, that we're only going to focus on ODEs. Okay. Questions? Okay, it should be uploaded now. All right, so let's go back. Where is it? Is it not showing? Okay, so we're done with the ODE. Okay, so that's our only focus. The PDE, if you want to study that, then maybe in your other courses, in engineering course, they may be discussed, but at least for mathematics, I think they only discuss it in the honors level, although it should be discussed in undergrad level, I think. Okay, so this is our only. Sorry. Okay, so this is our only concern, ODEs. All right. Okay, so now, so you notice that there were notations for derivatives. So there are notations that I could use if I have a function y in terms of x, right? Okay. There are notations that I could use, either y prime or dy dx. Okay, and you've already encountered this before, that the term, okay, that they use here, this is called the Leibniz notation. The first one is called the Leibniz notation. Okay, so Leibniz notation, it's this. Okay, versus the other one, which is y prime. Okay, so the advantage of Leibniz is that it's explicit. You know the independent variable. You know what you're taking, what derivative what rate of change you're taking, rate of change of y with respect to x. Okay, because if you're only given this, okay, without knowing this, okay, you don't know what the independent variable is. Okay, so sometimes I'll use this or the Leibniz notation. But if I use the second one, y prime, okay, we'll make sure that it's clear what the independent variable is, right? Because for instance, you have, say, y prime plus 6x equals 0, right? Even if it's not in Leibniz form, even if it's not in Leibniz notation, right? You know that the y prime is dy dx. Why? Because of this term. Okay, so even if it's not explicitly written as dy dx, okay, you know that the independent variable is x because of this term, okay, that is appearing here. Okay, all right. Okay, next is the classification by order. Okay, so aside from wanting to know which the independent variable is, okay, what we also want to know is the order, okay, of the DE, because in APM, at least in 2A, okay, our concern will be first order and second order. Okay, so that's the most we can teach for APM 2A. Okay, so what is an order of a DE? Okay, so from the definition, the order of the DE is just the highest derivative that appears in the equation. Okay, so let's take this equation over here. Okay, what are the derivatives that appear? Okay, so let me just rewrite the equation as follows. It's a y double prime plus 5y cubed, okay, minus 4y equals e to the x. Okay, so if I rewrite this equation over here, okay, as this equation over here, okay, then it's still clear what the independent variable is, right? Do you agree that it's obvious what the independent variable is? Okay, and what is it? It's x because of this term over here. Okay, so I know that, so I know that the y double prime on the first term, okay, is d squared y over dx squared. Okay. Yeah, says Sengikona. Question?
I'm asking if on this equation, sorry, you said d squared y over d x squared is
Sorry, y
y.
prime. So this is y prime.
Is thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks. I forgot the prime. Okay. So it's y prime cube. Okay. Let's see. Who else has a question? Yes. 5y. Yeah. 5y prime cube minus 4y. Correct. Okay. So okay. Yeah. So what is the order? So from the definition, it's just the highest derivative that appears in the equation. Okay. So how many derivatives appear in the equation? Okay. Here in the first term, you have second derivative. Okay. On the second term, you have first derivative, right? Okay. On the third term is the zeroth derivative. Okay, so I can write this because it doesn't have any derivative. It's the same as y to the 0. Okay, it's not the same as, so I'll tell you later the notations. This one, anything raised to 0 usually is 1, except for 0, of course. But for derivatives, we usually put it in parentheses. Okay, all right. So in this equation, the highest derivative is, so what's this? Derivative is a second, derivative is first, and so on. So the highest derivative is 2. Okay, therefore, it's a second order. Okay, so therefore, because of this, it's a second order ODE. Okay, right. So it doesn't matter if there's a 3 here, right? You see this 3 here. Even if the first derivative is raised to 3, it doesn't matter. The second order, the highest derivative is still 2. Okay? Is that clear? Okay. So even if I raise this into, say, 5, okay, if I raise that to 5, it's still second order. Okay? Let's go to the next one. Okay, no. So, okay, so the order is just the highest derivative that you can spot in the equation. For instance, yeah, so y triple prime plus 2y equals 0. Okay, so this one, okay, or say y prime. Okay, so what's the highest derivative that appears? 3, right? Third derivative. So the order is third order. Okay, if I do this, I square the third derivative. What's the order? Okay, it's still 3. Okay, because the highest derivative is 3. Okay, so even if you put this as, say, 6, something like that, right? The order is still 3. It doesn't matter what the exponents are. Okay. Okay, so I'll give an exercise in a bit. Okay. Okay, now if you have a differential equation, okay, what you usually do is the following. Either you place all of the terms on one side and equate to 0, okay, and call that side where it's not equal to 0 to be a function in terms of all the expressions. For instance, what was this a while ago? Yeah, it's going to be recorded. It is being recorded. Sorry. Okay, so it's, for instance, this one. Okay, so if I write this differential equation, so y double prime plus 5y prime cube minus 4y equals e to the x. Okay, right? Because I want to solve for the unknown, which you'll know later on what the unknown is. Okay, I can write this as, okay, either, okay, everything you put on one side, okay, and equate to 0, right? Okay, and everything that you equated to zero, or all those terms that you put in one side, okay, you denote as a function. Okay, a function of what? It's a function of the independent variable x, okay, the independent variable x, the dependent variable y, and the derivatives y prime and y double prime. Okay, so this is the same as everything equated to zero, and all of these terms over here, okay, I can denote as a function of all of those variables. Okay, so either this, okay, so either you use this equation 1, okay, manipulate it and arrive at equation 2, okay, or okay, another way of writing that equation 1 is to isolate the highest order derivative. Okay, so this is usually what you can write. Okay, so this second derivative plus 5y prime cube minus 4y equals e to the x. Okay, so either you work on one function where that function you equate to 0, or you can leave the highest order derivative on the left and the rest on the right. So it's just really manipulation of the equation. Okay, so this is quite trivial. Okay, either you express this equation 1, okay, in terms of something equal to 0, or the highest derivative equal to the rest. Okay. Okay, guys, just sort out your WhatsApp group or Telegram group later. Okay, I'm sure you can find a common ground. Yeah. Okay. What else? Yeah. So if you find a DE of this sort, okay, then you can manipulate it so that you can equate it to 0, or just leave the highest derivative on the left-hand side and the rest right-hand side. Okay. All right. So we're done with the order of the DE. That's good. Okay. The next one would be the classification of a DE. Okay. Next, you want to know whether a DE, ODE is linear or nonlinear. Okay, so I don't know how much the thing is, Blackboard, it really eats a lot of data. Sorry guys, but it does eat a lot of data. I would have suggested Zoom. Maybe next time I'll suggest Zoom, because Zoom is really, it saves, its data is really minimal compared to Blackboard. And even the video, I can give a 1-hour lecture and like 30 MB video. Okay. Yeah, the thing with Zoom is there's 200 of us. I'll try to upgrade my Zoom account. Okay. Yeah, the problem with YouTube is I don't. I have to go through a lot of things with UJ, okay, because I need to register or something like that for UJ. Okay. Okay. So it's not a lot. I think there's yeah, for me, Zoom is better as well. Okay, so next is the linearity. Okay, when we say that differential equation is linear, okay, so these are the conditions. So what you have is the following. Okay, so let's just look at equation 6. Okay, and understand what equation 6 is. Okay, so what are the terms that are used here? Okay, so for each term, you see what appears? Derivatives, right? Here is the nth derivative, here's the n-1th derivative, and so on. First derivative, okay, and the 0th derivative, which is just the function. Okay, So that's what appears first, all derivatives. And what do you notice about the derivatives? Okay, all derivatives have exponent 1. Okay, so all the derivatives, okay, have exponent 1. Okay, there's nothing that's, say, raised to 2 or raised to 3 or something, or anything. Okay, they're just derivatives. Okay, no powers, no exponents. Okay, so that's 1. Okay, what's the second one? Okay, the second one that we notice in this equation is that those functions, okay, the coefficients, okay, so the coefficients that are multiplied to the derivatives, okay, are in terms of x. Same thing with the right-hand side. Okay, so all those, okay, are just in terms of x. In terms of x, which is the independent variable. Okay, right. So if we have an ODE which satisfies those two, okay, the first one is all the derivatives, okay, have exponent 1, and at the same time the coefficient of the derivatives, okay, and all other terms are in terms of x, okay, then it's a linear differential, it's a linear differential equation. Okay, question 2170.
Excuse, hi, ma'am.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I wanted to ask, so you said for linearity, we first have to make sure that the differentials are first order. Is that what you mean by power 1?
No. The exponent. Okay. The exponent. Hold on. So for this one, for example, here, right? There's a 3 there. The first derivative was raised to 3. Right?
Yes.
Yeah. So we don't want that. For it to be linear, we don't want an exponent for the derivatives. Because even this one, it's second derivative, yes?
Oh, okay.
Right?
That makes sense.
It's not raised to an exponent. Okay? Is that clear?
Yes, that makes sense. Thank you.
Okay. It's fine because I'm giving an example now. Okay? So for instance, yeah, so those are just the two things that you have to learn to know to detect whether it's linear or nonlinear DE. Okay? So someone still has, is it the same person? Okay, next time just write your surname, okay? When you sign in. Okay, all right, so let's see. Okay, so for the first equation, do you think it's linear or not? Okay,
It's linear.
well, you know it's linear. Yeah, it's linear, right? Because they have, actually should be y prime. This is missing. It should be y prime, right? Okay, well, whatever that is. Okay, so it's still linear because there's all derivatives and whatever the independent variable is, okay, all derivatives are raised to exponent 1. Okay, and then the second one, let's check. Is it linear or not? Okay, so all derivatives, okay, all derivatives and even, what's this one? Yeah, so even this one, right? Let's check this. I can't see. Right? So let's check here. Okay. Here, some function of x, right? So you have here y. Okay, y prime is raised to 1, and even here, the last term, it's y, right? Check it, the last term. Y is multiplied by a function in terms of x. Okay, so let's see. So we have here, we have no problem. Okay, all exponent 1. Okay, and the coefficients in terms of x, right? How about this one? Okay, so still it's fine because y is raised to 1. Okay, and the coefficient, okay, is in terms of x. Well, -5 is the same as -5 times x to the 0. Okay, so it's a constant, so it's fine. Okay, so everything here on the left-hand side is good. Okay, because it's it satisfies the equation, and all the other terms, okay, are also in terms of x. Okay, so this is linear.
Sorry, ma'am. I don't seem to understand what's going on here. Can you please repeat why it's linear again?
It's linear because all the derivatives have exponent 1, right? And also the coefficients, it's not just actually derivative, even this, okay, even y. Okay, let's add that because y is the 0th derivative of the function. Okay, so all of them have exponent 1, and at the same time, those coefficients, okay, of the derivatives, and also those functions that does not involve y in the derivatives are all in terms of x.
Oh,
Okay,
okay. Thank you.
so here, okay, all the derivatives and even y, okay, so maybe that, and even y have exponent 1, okay, and the coefficients, okay,
Right.
and the function on the right are in terms of x. Is that clearer?
Oh, okay. It is. Thank you.
You don't have to register. I can take a screen. I can take screenshot for this for the members. That's why I ask you to write surname and what you call the student number. Okay. All right. The next is this 3. The second condition. Okay. So all second condition, all coefficients, all those factors or coefficients, okay, affixed to the derivatives are in terms of x. Okay, so this is in terms of x, this is in terms of x, this is just a constant which could be in terms of x, which is 5 times x to the 0, and the other terms that are left, okay, are also in terms of x. Okay, right. So now for the first equation, okay, why is this not linear? So this 3 examples are examples of nonlinear DEs. For number 1, why is it not nonlinear? Okay, the problem is I put it here. Okay, it's nonlinear because of this. Okay, the function or the coefficient with y prime is not a function in terms of x for the first equation. For the second equation, okay, this function is not in terms of x. Okay, and this one, okay, y, okay, doesn't have exponent 1. It has exponent 2. Okay, so all of these are non-linear. Okay, let's just check the chat. What do I repeat? Okay, so the second, yeah, so the second condition I already explained. Okay, so maybe let's do why these ones are not linear. It's all there. You see, the first one is because the coefficient with y prime is not strictly in terms of x. There's a y. This one, okay, is a function not in terms of x, but in terms of y. And this one, it's because it's not y to the 1, but y to y squared. Okay, so I'll give you an exercise just now. Okay, like for instance, number letter A. Okay, so give me the order and tell me whether it's nonlinear. So here the order of A, the order of B, and nonlinear or nonlinear. And if it's nonlinear, what makes it nonlinear? Okay, so the order is quite easy. Okay, so let's go for letter A first. For letter A, what's the order? Okay, so what's the highest derivative that appears? Here it's 1, here it's 2.
Second.
It's order 2. Okay, so is it linear or non-linear for letter A? It's quite easy to spot. Okay, It's this one. It's non-linear because the second derivative is raised to 2. Okay? All right. Now for letter B, okay, second order nonlinear, correct. Now for letter B, what is it? Okay, so the highest derivative is, there's 3 here, right? So the highest derivative is 3. Okay. Linear or non-linear? Okay, so it's non-linear. Why? Okay, it's non-linear because of this. Okay, so y is raised to 2, not 1. Okay. All right, Beast Maker, is that your name? Can you please change your name next time? Okay, what's your question, Beast Maker? Where do I see the questions? Yeah, the Sinex is fine. The Sinex is fine. You have no problem. Okay, because so if it's just like that, okay. So if I remove this, so if I say maybe letter C, okay. So if I put like say letter C as x, y, triple prime equals sine x. Okay. Right? So what's the order? The order is still 3, right? Now tell me, is it linear or non-linear? Okay, so now it becomes linear, right? Now it becomes linear because you can write it as x times y triple prime plus, okay, there's nothing with second derivative, there's nothing with first derivative, there's nothing just in terms of y, okay, there's nothing there, okay, equals, okay, everything without the y and the derivative, which is negative, which is positive sine x, okay. So now this is a function in terms strictly of x. And the third derivative is multiplied by something function strictly in terms of x. But in terms of x, in A, yeah. So in A, just, oh, shoot. Sorry, I need to, that. Okay, so in A, it's this.
So, excuse me.
Well, so in A, this makes it nonlinear. This also makes it nonlinear, right? No, not x. In this case, in this case, it's t. In this case, your y is in terms of t. The independent variable is t, not x. Okay, it's nonlinear because of these two guys over here.
Yes, but then isn't because hello.
Yeah.
Because now I'm asking because of A. Is it because the coefficient of the first derivative is y plus y squared as 1 plus y squared? Because y
Yes.
in terms of t, isn't that like a term that involves t?
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, because this is not a function. Yeah, because not a function in terms of the independent variable, which is t. Right? Yeah, because it's in terms of the dependent variable.
So the coefficients are explicitly
Yeah, the coefficient should be in
the
terms.
coefficients are explicitly supposed to be in terms of t, the independent variable.
Yes, yes, by definition, yes.
Of t,
That's
the
a
independent
definition.
variable.
Yes.
Explicitly.
Look at the definition. Yeah. Yeah. By definition, it should be. You see all of this? Okay, all the coefficients should be in terms of the independent variable, not the dependent variable. Is that clear? Okay. Sorry, let me just wait. Sorry, it went. Okay, if you have any questions, just use the audio. Where is it? Wait. I think it's that one. Okay, so next is the solution of an ODE. Okay, right. So for a solution of an ODE, sorry.
Hello, before we move in, before we move forward, I want to ask something.
Yes.
On your slide, I think on your that slide back, there was this other equation. There was this other equation when you, yes, no, go back. No, the one with examples, That one.
Yes.
Yes. You said the first one, the first equation, which is y to the power double prime minus 2y plus. You said, now you just said that for this to be linear, it must be one of the instructions said that it must the coefficients must be strictly in terms of the dependent variable, right?
Yes. If I put it as 1 minus x, what's the difference between 1 minus x and 1 minus y?
Because x is the dependent variable.
Now yeah, so now I'm whatever is with y prime, okay, because the thing is it should be in terms of x, right? Okay. But the problem here is this one that you're multiplying to y prime is not in terms of x, it's in terms of y. In particular, it's 1 minus y, yes?
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, and we don't want that.
But then on the first,
yeah?
On the first equation there on top, is the coefficient in terms of x.
Which one? On top?
Yeah.
This?
Or maybe you just
so
assume.
This is 1. Constant coefficients. 1 is the same as 1 times x to the 0.
Okay. And 2. Okay. All right. Sure.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So if we don't finish this, it's fine because I think, what happened now?
Can you please return again?
Sorry?
Can you please go back to that slide?
Okay, so now we're almost close to what we really want to do for DE.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Sorry.
Can you please go back? Can you please go back to that slide, the previous slide, the one that you were just explaining now? Yes. Yeah. My question is, on the second derivative, where there is plus sine y. Yeah, where there is plus sine y. So why is that a non-linear? Because like it's in terms of, because like when I go back to the top of the page where I'm given y second prime minus 2y prime plus y is equal to 0.
Okay.
It's
Hold
a
on.
linear.
Okay, let me share it again because I'm not seeing all the. Okay, here.
No, the other, yes, this, yeah. So
No.
why is it? Yes.
I'm using 2 different. Okay, so this is because if I write this as y, let me write it as y double prime equals negative sine y, right?
Yes.
Right. Okay. So on the left-hand side, it's fine. All the derivatives of y and y put on the left side, and the rest put on the right side. Okay. On the right side, what you want is a function in terms of x, right?
Yes.
But the thing is, it's not a function in terms of x. It's a function in terms of y.
Y.
Yeah. Just go through the definition again.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
obviously, yeah. I mean, if you can't follow it, it's fine. I mean, go over the video again later. Okay. So I just want to make sure that when I give the next lecture, it's a smooth transition. Okay. So the next is the solution of an ODE, because this is really the goal of differential equation, is finding the solution of a DE. Okay, and for finding a solution of the DE, okay, what we really want is not just a solution. Okay, so we have here solution of an ODE. Okay, but the solution always comes, okay, with something. It's like partner. Okay, it's always partnered with its interval of definition. Okay, so it's an interval of definition of a solution. Okay, although later on, I think it's better to discuss this when we talk about concrete examples. Okay, so for the moment, we won't discuss how to arrive at the solution. Okay, so for A and B, it's already given to you. This is your differential equation, and this is a solution. Okay, right. So for A, this is your differential equation, and it's also given that this is your solution. Okay, and your solution, so given a DE, okay, you're also given a solution, okay, on an interval. Okay, in this case, your solution, whatever it is here, in the first case, okay, it's defined on any number. Okay, so your solution in this case is defined on any number. Okay, so the direction here is verify that the following function is a solution to the DE. Okay, so verify. So here your solution is given already. Okay, so we're not asked to solve for the solution, although later on that's the goal, to solve for the solution. Okay, so how do you verify that something is a solution to an equation? Okay, so it's the same in algebra. If you have x squared minus 4x minus 1 equals 0, okay, if you want to verify that something is a solution, then it just has to satisfy the equation. Okay, so for this example, okay, so for this example, okay, I want to verify, we're just going to do A. Okay, so I want to verify that Y, okay, which is, sorry, I can't see. Can someone tell me what this is? 1 over 16 x to the 4th. Okay, my glasses are not working. So verify that this function in terms of x is a solution to this differential equation. Y prime equals, so we're only talking about A, okay? I'll do B, you can do B later. Solution to Y prime equals, what is this? XY to the 1/2. There. Okay, so this solution, okay, because it's just a polynomial function, and any polynomial function is defined in any number. Okay, so your interval of definition, which Dr. Chirovi will discuss in the next lesson. Okay, for something to be a solution, for a function to be a solution, okay, to a DE, then it just has to satisfy the equation. Okay, meaning the left-hand side and the right-hand side must agree. Okay, so on the left-hand side, you have Y prime. Okay, on the right hand side, you have this. Okay, right. Okay, so what is y prime? Okay, because your y is 1 over 16x to the fourth, then y prime is equal to, so you should know this, 4 over 16x cubed. Okay, so that's y prime. Okay, and what's xy to the 1/2? Xy to the 1/2 is x times y, which is 1 over 16 x to the fourth, okay, raised to 1/2. Okay, all right, so let's see if they agree. So on the left hand side, you have x cubed over 4. Okay, so on the left hand side, you have x cubed over 4. Okay, and here is what? Sorry, this should be, what's this one? 1 over 16, right? X times y. Where am I now? Y prime, sorry, y prime is 4 over 16. Guys, tell me if I'm, yeah, 4 over 16 x cubed, that's correct. Okay, so, or 1 over 4 x cubed. And here is what? Okay, can you talk, yeah, you can talk about the what's up later, okay? So you have x times y, okay, everything raised to 1/2. Okay, so here it's x, okay, times, what's everything raised to 1/2? So x to the fourth raised to 1/2 is x squared, okay, and 16 raised to 1/2 is 4, okay? So you can verify that they agree, okay? Okay, and because that agrees, then you verify that that function is a solution to a differential equation, okay? Okay, question, who has a question?
Okay, so
Just,
can I ask?
yeah? Yeah?
You said y prime is 4 over 16 multiplied by x to the power cube.
Yes, it's
But,
this.
and then you said it's equals to x multiplied by 1 over 16. Isn't it supposed to be 1 over 4?
Huh? No, 1 over 16 x to the fourth, because that's y, right?
No,
X
Oh, okay.
times y, you're replacing the y by the original, this
No
one.
function.
Yeah, and then raising it to 1/2, or taking the
Oh,
square root, right?
oh, okay. Yeah, okay, I
Yeah,
get it now. Thank you.
okay. Yeah, right. So this is just a remark note. Okay, usually most differential equations has the trivial solution, and the trivial solution is usually 0. Okay, so you can check that for all our um, linear DE. Okay, so some of them, most solutions of differential equation is involves this trivial solution, which is 0. Okay, all right. And if you want to graph the solution, okay, if you want to graph the solution of a DE, then it's the name is just called the solution curve. Okay. All right. So this is what Prof. Chirovic is going to explain next time. Okay. It's his topic for next lecture. Okay. It's probably Monday again. Okay, because we don't have tutors yet. Okay. So we have here the difference between a solution of a differential equation. Okay. And what's that? And a solution to sorry, okay. A solution to a DE and a solution to a function. Okay, so when you're talking about the function, usually you're concerned with the domain. Okay, so in this example for function 1, okay, the domain is just equal to what? Anything except for 0. Okay, so when we're talking about functions. But now, if you include a differential equation, sorry. Okay, so now, sorry guys, this is like important call. I just one Hello? Yes. Okay. Versus now, if you're talking, that ringtone is the startup ringtone. Okay. So here you have the following. Okay. If you have a differential equation, okay, and you are talking about the solution to a DE, okay, then it should involve an interval. Okay. So here you have a solution. Okay. The domain is the interval of definition is negative infinity to 0. Okay. Union 0 to plus infinity. Okay. So Dr. Chirove will talk about this next time. When you're talking about a solution to the DE, it always includes an interval of definition. Okay. Yeah, so I have no time to discuss this, but you expect that next week you'll discuss solutions together with interval of definitions. I'm sorry, solution curves rather. Okay. Okay, questions now for the last 10 minutes. Okay, what are the questions? Interest. Yes, Rocky, gift. Gift number 4 and Rocky. What are the questions? Sorry. Yeah.
Ma'am?
Hello? Yes.
Ma'am, again.
Yes. Let me just log off the other one because otherwise it'll be echo. Yes?
Okay, so I just wanted to confirm with you.
Ma'am, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so I just wanted to confirm about. So first things first, that
Hello?
hello.
Yes.
Yes, I wanted to confirm